Hi, welcome to GCTV. My name is Don, and I'm having an interview with a young woman named Danny who is from the Dominican Republic. And we're going to have a discussion about her journey to America. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you.
So, can you give a brief description about how you first came to America?
Yes, why not? So I was like a professional in my country, hardworking, studying, trying to have a family, and not succeed at all. It was really difficult. In the meanwhile, I was being a victim of domestic violence, and my abuser started telling me this solution of all of our financial problems because he made us get into it. And he said, okay, let's go to the US. You're pregnant now, so why don't you have the baby over there? So I came, but for me, it was like an opportunity to start over. I had a really good job back in the ER. I had my family, my mom, my dad, and my culture, my environment that I was used to it where I grew up. But I say, why not start over and see if the things can work now? So I came to the United States with a tourist visa, and the first year I lived in New Jersey, but right there was really difficult to move forward.
And so from New Jersey, did you come to Massachusetts from New Jersey?
Exactly. At a certain point, because of my immigration status, because I had a baby, because I have a 2 years old at that moment as well, and my abuser came chasing me, and he was like in the picture again, trying to make us a family while he was doing the same again. I was living in a really bad apartment, and the owner of the apartment didn't want him in there, so he kicked us out. And I was trying so hard to find a new place for us, but because of my circumstances, I couldn't. And a relative told me, why don't you come to Massachusetts, stay in my house for a few weeks while you find an apartment? But it's not that easy. So at a certain point, I saw myself in the situation that I need a bigger help. So I started living in somebody else's places, but that moment I had another baby in my belly, so plus more, another 2 children. So I asked for help to the state because I couldn't get an apartment by myself.
So at this point now, you've come to the small town of Greenfield, Massachusetts, and you have no family here. So how are you tell me how you're finding help?
Well, for us to understand a little bit the journey, I remember when I finally got the help I needed, they told me, you're going to go to Greenfield. If you say no, you're going to lose the opportunity to have the emergency shelter. And I was like looking for it in the map, and I realized it was 95 miles away from where I was living. And over there I had like a support system, church, other Dominican people, but I needed to make the decision. So I took my kids. I was 9 months pregnant already, so almost delivering the baby. And we just came here. At a certain point, when we were placed at the shelter, A nurse saw me and she said, "Oh, honey, you're almost delivering the baby. You need help now." So she called 911. And she said, "I know you're not gonna deliver the baby today, but over there they're gonna look at you at the hospital, and they're gonna give you resources. So work on that." And she gave me a huge list, places to call, if you need diapers, if the baby needs a crib, if your kids need education, if you need food. That's your list. So I was with contractions, with my 1-year-old daughter, with my 3-year-old son, calling places, telling them, "Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Danny. I'm almost having a baby. I have 2 more children and I need your help." So people start freaking out and telling me, "What do you need? Please, I'm going to send you an email and you're going to make a list. Tell me whatever you need." I called Community Action. I called It Takes a Village. I called a network of doulas, telling them I need support. I'm going to deliver my baby, and maybe tomorrow, maybe in 3 days, I don't know when. And I'm going to take my 2 children with me to the hospital, and I need somebody to look for them because I cannot be screaming, holding their hands. But they were with me all the time.
And that was the doulas that helped you?
I received help from everybody.
From everybody. You received help from everybody.
Yes. It Takes a Village, that is a organization that gives support to parents there in the hill towns. They bring 3 backpacks, clothing for each one of us. They bring like a baby top full of diapers, baby's clothing. They came with a car seat for the baby, diapers, and all of the toiletries babies needs when they're gonna, live their first 100 days of life. And so we were set up with clothes and with like the main necessities, dish soap, and all of that stuff. The doula came to me, need me, and she said, "I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna ask you for money. I'll be there for you. What do you need?" And I was like, "I don't need help giving birth. I need you to tell me that my kids are going to be safe, because I need to focus on giving birth to baby, and I can handle that. But what about them?" So I remember the day that was like, finally, the baby is coming. I was so ready with 3 backpacks. One for my son, one for my daughter, and another one for the baby and me. And we went into the ambulance. My son, at that time, he was 3 years, maybe 4 years old, I don't remember now. And he was holding my hand all the time, telling me, "Mommy, you're gonna be fine. Baby's coming. Baby's coming, don't worry. I know it hurts. And I'm scared right now, but I'm here for you." So I have pictures of my son at that moment with a little toy, Spider-Man toy, receiving the baby, like, "Baby brother, look what I have for you." And since that time, people start looking at us, telling me, "What do you need? Please tell me what you need, no matter what." And I fell in love with Greenfield because of the people.
Yeah, because of the people, right? Yeah, so that, is the power of people caring about people, you know? And so sometimes what happens is that when people do a lot for us, we in return do for someone else. So tell me.
How do you know that?
Because people have done for me. See, I came here 10 years ago and I didn't have nothing. And I stayed here, and people have done for me. And so now today, that's what I do. I'm out on the street and I help people. I work with the homeless people because someone did it for me.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you're giving back to people.
So I'm a folk of faith.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the way you receive is giving, and that's what the Bible says, and I'm a believer. So I remember myself the day before I gave birth, the baby, walking with my 2 kids and another 2 kids, pushing a grocery shop cart with another pregnant girl, going by walking to Dollar Tree because she just came from Africa and she got nothing. Mm-hmm. And I said, I got some money that I received in a gift card. My money is your money. So I'm gonna buy you whatever you need because you have nothing. Let's make a list, like exactly the same list I did before. So I started contacting all of the people and organizations in the list to give her whatever I got before. Mm. And that was just the very first time that I start giving away. And for example, every time I see a pregnant woman or somebody that needs something, I do the same. I just realize, okay, the resources are here. You need help. You don't speak the language. I speak for you. So let's make some phone calls. I'm here for you. And I love to do that, to be honest. Mm-hmm. After that, my doula is the doula of 3 other moms in the shelter, because I was like, you need her by your side. And she's like offering her services by free, and she loves to do it. Mm. And for example, that place, It Takes a Village, I go sometimes and volunteer myself to help the organization. I go translating for Hispanic people. Mm-hmm. I take my kids and go, let's go fold clothing, let's go sort. And they love it, you know? Same way we've been receiving a lot of stuff. At a certain point, I ask my kids, you want those toys? Don't you want it now? So it's time to pick it up and give it away. So every month, I could say, they make another pile of toys, and they tell me, Mommy, let's go downstairs to give away the toys because it's time to share. And right now, my oldest is 5 years old. My daughter is gonna turn 3 next month, and they can speak by themselves about that.
Oh, really? Yeah, but but you are the example, though. You show the example. When you show the power of who you are, the kids, I believe, they learn that power.
Yeah. A fun story yesterday, yeah. There was like a party of one of the kiddos of the children, and my son was looking through the window. He was telling me, Mommy, they need your help. You're the one who makes patties, Mommy. You're the one who makes balloon and make it prettier. They need your help. That patty is not ready because you're not outside helping them. And I was like, I need to rest now. But the way my son, that he's the oldest, he realized that Mommy is here for help people. It makes him feel the need to help too.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah, that works like that. Yeah. Yeah. So now that you have the power to take care of yourself and your kids, what's the next goal that you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, I'm hard working on housing. It's a really difficult sea to navigate.
Yes.
It's a pain, you know where. And right now we're dealing with so much discrimination in housing. Yeah. Speaking about, for example, some people just refuse to or reject our applications or my applications because I'm a single mom. Some of them because I don't have enough documentation that they require. So I've been filled out at least 100 of apartment applications everywhere you could imagine. And I'm trying to understand how the system works and touching, like knocking doors of people that is willing to help me in the process. So I got a case manager from CHD for a few months. That's temporary, but it helps a lot. And I could say the next goal, like right now, we're hard working on that, is to accomplish to have a house and not live in a room with 3 kids.
Yeah. So now that you're in the country, because this is considered to be the country, and you know, would you, when the opportunity comes for a place to live, and if it's in a bigger city, would you still go?
I'll go. To be honest, I would love to stay in Greenfield or in the area, but I cannot stop my family to have better circumstances because I want to stay here.
Yeah. So the you know, as you know, the housing market is really, really tough, and then it's even tougher if you don't have the credentials that the landlord is looking for, and then the opportunity of something decent is more difficult, you know. But I have experience with a lot of women and children who sometimes they just have to take that first one, because if you're got a housing voucher or you're on Section 8, you need at least 1 year of permanent residence to be able to maybe move on to something better.
Exactly. You need that like a start point.
Right.
And to be honest, I'm applying everywhere in the state. I don't want to, but we need to.
But you need to, yeah, and that, because that way you build stability.
Exactly.
I mean, I know a child needs to have their own room, you know, their own bed, you know, and that security of that, you know, and so tell me about being a single mom in a shelter. Like, how do you have a smooth, easy day with all those other people around? Because it takes a certain kind of strength you have to be able to do that, to make it through, you know, those days.
Every day is a challenge. Every day comes with his own challenges, and what I do, I try to make a plan, but go with the flow. So my main goal every day is that my kids are healthy and happy. If they ask me, Mommy, could we go to Greenfield River today and make some fun at the beach, for example? I check whatever we need to do today to make it work, you know? And I could say I feel like powerful since a month ago because I just got a car and I didn't have it before. So everything was really extremely difficult. Imagine me with 3 small children going places by walking or waiting for bus or calling a taxi and putting on 3 car seats, 3 kids, backpacks. Mind blowing. But as a single mom, taking care of 3 little humans that wants to die because they're always trying to find a way to make themselves kill, like jumping through the bed or climbing, or, you know, I'm trying to be funny. But when you see like they're doing good, they're happy, healthy kids, they're eating well, and like the main needs are covered, everything is okay. the only thing that pisses me off sometimes is when I take care so well of my 3 kids and I see another kid neglect. That makes me feel like that is not okay.
Yeah. So you mentioned, about church.
Mm-hmm.
So have you found a church home in Greenfield? Not yet?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Yeah.
And I would love to.
We love to, because there's a lot of support in that. Does it have to be a certain kind of church?
I could call myself Protestant.
Mm-hmm.
I tried with Catholic church before. I didn't feel comfortable with myself,
Mm-hmm.
The church was lovely.
Yeah.
And I know I need to have the time and the space to go. So if you know a church, please let me know. I need family, so I know I will find family.
You'll find one eventually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there other Dominicans in the place where you're at?
Nope.
No. So, do you miss that support like that? Or are people just people? It don't matter.
No, and to be honest, I've been experiencing like discrimination.
Yeah.
There is so much Haitian people at the shelter, and Dominicans and Haitian have history.
Oh, because they share a country together, huh?
Yeah.
A continent, yeah.
Yeah, so right now the one who's been discriminated, it's me.
Yeah, because of that, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I have been harassed. I have received threats from people over there, and another stuff we have to deal with.
yeah. So that makes you keep to yourself?
Most of the
time?
I mostly, because of the way I am,
Yeah.
I'm nice with everybody, no matter what.
Yeah, right.
No
Yeah.
matter what. And I cannot ask my kids to get locked down in the room
Yeah.
because other people, so I try to make it work.
Right.
So sometimes I need to speak out and let people know, like, okay, you don't like me? It's okay. You have the right, but you need to respect my boundaries.
Right.
And sometimes I need to keep an extra eye on my kids because another kiddo can harm them.
But kids don't have that boundary. Kids will play with any kids. The kids don't have
And
that.
that's okay. And I love that, you
Yeah.
know? That's
Because
okay.
they're learning.
Yeah, that's okay. But I need to keep an extra eye
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
To be
Okay.
honest, I have friends. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
I have a friend from Venezuela, my friend from Africa that I mentioned before. And I'm nice with everybody. If you want to hang out with me because I'm outside, it's okay. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Good. Yeah. Well, so it sounds like your spirit is high, despite what you're going through, and it's always a continual thing that you will go through this, but I sense that you have your eye on the direction, and that you wouldn't let anyone take you away from that direction.
It's difficult. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's really difficult, but every day is a new opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sometimes I think I'm losing my mind, and I need to go to the room and have some peace. Sometimes
and get a break. Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes the room is not enough, and I need to get out of the space. So thanks to God, we have the family center.
Yeah.
Here that we go like every day.
Every day, yeah.
Mostly every day with the kids. And when the family center is not available, we go to the library.
You go to the library. So you haven't been able to explore outside of Greenfield. Like you haven't been able to go, no one's taken you to the river, to the mountains, to other outdoor things, to like a big playground, like have you been to Turner's?
Well, we have been at Unity Park in Turner's.
Unity Park, yeah.
Yeah, one time. I asked somebody, what's that tower that I can see from my room at the hospital when I give birth the baby? So that person took me to the poet tower.
Poet seat it's called. Yeah,
exactly.
Tower, yeah.
And I was there one time, not with the kids because it's a little bit dangerous for my kiddos. But nothing outside Greenfield or Turner's.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Well, so the most important part of this is that you are feeling like good things are happening for you. Can you tell me in your own words how you're going to continue this process of getting to that certain place that you want to feel more comfortable about being in America, and not having to have to go back? Is there enough that you're doing here that you would rather stay here than to go back?
I'm not gonna go back to DR.
Mm.
It's dangerous. It's hard to make life, no matter you're a professional over there, no matter you have family. It's really hard. But I'm not pursuing the American dream. I'm here because my circumstances.
Yes.
And wherever I am, I'm gonna make it. So now I have a car. Next step, a house. When I have a house, I'll look for whatever we need.
Whatever next? How about school?
My kids are in school right now. Pre-K, almost finishing, going to kindergarten, and in a daycare that we finally got a spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the baby is the only one with me right now.
Yeah.
And, almost a year waiting, but things are moving forward.
Good.
So in my own words, what could I say? I don't dream a lot. I live the day.
Yeah.
And whatever I need to do to make it work for tomorrow, I'm going to do it today.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to think, because we don't know, because tomorrow's not promised to us.
Exactly.
And I understand that, and so.
And me being in a survival mode for so long, I can't let myself dream a lot.
Yeah, but someday you will, though. Someday it's gonna. We are hard fighters, those who don't have much. And then what little bit I have, I've made something of that. I see that you have done the same thing with what little you have received.
Yeah, I look at myself when I came last year with empty hands, holding my kids with this huge belly. And now I have driver license, I have a car,
You have people that care about you.
I have people that care about me, that call me, that look for me. I've been making friends wherever I call, asking for help. People look at me and ask me, can you let me be your friend? Can I have your phone number? And I'm, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And why not, Because at the end of the day, you don't want to take advantage of me, or I don't want to take advantage of you. You're in your circumstances, I'm in mine, and maybe in this journey we will walk together, and at a certain point you will go to your own way and I'll go to mine, and I will say thank you to you.
Look at that. You are really smart. Just that, because you have to be strong.
Yeah.
And I know that some days it's not all that being, it's hard to be strong, all those days.
Yeah.
But I always say, though, people, will only help if I ask.
Exactly. I'm not ashamed of telling you, can you help me?
Yeah, good.
It's good. Okay if I need the help and you are willing to help me. Let's do it. Let's make it work.
Okay. All right. So I want to thank you for giving me your story.
You're welcome.
And that I hope that this will not be the last, in that you're going to be the kind of person who is going to give back to other people, because I know that is the power, is to give back to other people.
Yes, it is.
And I see that you understand that, and I know that if you could stay in Greenfield, I know it could get better.
And I'm willing to. Sometimes I see myself and I'm like, okay, I have so much to give to this community. If somebody gives me the chance, I cannot have a job right now because of my circumstances, my documentation and all of that. But if I could find someone willing to sponsor me with a work visa, Greenfield will fly.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
Yeah,
looking for a sponsor so that you can get a work visa. Yeah, that's another conversation. Right? But you got so much on your plate right now. But that is one of the things that needs to be taken care of, though. Possible.
Maybe not now, but eventually.
Yeah. Okay, I want to thank you for sharing your story with me.
I told you, I'm talkative.
That's great. That's great. Because this may help you.
Yes,
All right, thank you.